Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so welcome. So today I wanted to give you guys such a southern vibe that I decided to make fried green tomatoes with a crab cream dipping sauce. It's delicious, it's easy, most importantly, it's seasoned to perfection. If you want to see how I did it, keep watching. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is what? Class, wash our hands. You should already know how to wash your hands. I shouldn't have to tell you. Just kidding, but wash your hands. All right, so we're going to wash our vegetables. That's next. So we have our green tomatoes. They're fully ripe. I got these from Sprouts Organic Market. And as you can see, I already had my flour together and already pre-seasoned it. And the season that I will have will be listed below. So make sure you check out the description box. Then I have my crab meat. This is lump crab meat. I got this from Whole Foods. You can get it anywhere if you want to try claw crab meat. It doesn't matter. It's just needed for the cream sauce. Then we need some minced garlic, some butter, some Philadelphia cream cheese, some Parmesan cheese. I have heavy cream, and this is for our crab cream sauce. I have buttermilk because the buttermilk will be for the batter for the green tomatoes. You can use the egg wash or whatever you prefer to keep the breading on your tomatoes. I decided to go with the buttermilk because I would like it crispy like fried chicken, although it's not chicken. Now for the cream sauce, we're going to take a pan. I added some olive oil to the pan. I sprinkled a little bit of salt and pepper just to give it some flavor before adding our crab meat to the pan. Now with the crab meat, I just added that to the pan with the olive oil. I seasoned my crab meat slightly. I didn't season it too much because I will re-season my sauce once it's added. So I don't want to over-season it and I don't want it to make it too salty. So you just have to be mindful of it. As far as the list of ingredients of seasonings that I use, they will be in the description box below as well. But I will show a few. Here I'm just going to add a little bit of the heavy cream. I used about a cup and a half of heavy cream. I used Philadelphia cream cheese, butter, and then I re-seasoned my cream sauce. And don't forget to throw in your Parmesan cheese as well. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications for every time I post a new recipe. Alright, so now you're just going to taste as needed. You're going to allow the sauce to thicken up. We're going to leave this on low heat as we move on to our green tomatoes. So fun fact, did you know that a tomato is technically a fruit? It is a fruit because this edible part of the plant is containing seeds. So the reason why it was coined a vegetable was only due to taxation purposes in the 1890s. Alright, so we're going to slice these tomatoes the long way and cut these into about 1/4 inches. We don't want them too thick because, again, it's only an appetizer. So we want a lot to go around, especially enough for the crab sauce. Alright, so these are all 4 of my tomatoes thinly sliced. So what I'm going to do now is prep my buttermilk sauce so that way I can dip it in it. I didn't pre-season these tomatoes because I'm going to make sure that my flour is seasoned as well as the buttermilk. Alright, so now we have our mixing bowl. We're going to grab our buttermilk, and I use about 2 cups of the buttermilk. We're gonna pour that in there, and then we're gonna make sure that our buttermilk is well seasoned. So again, because I already used majority of the seasonings with my crab meat, I'm gonna use some of the same. So I used the garlic powder, I used onion powder. You'll see that I use a little bit of Old Bay. This time I wanted to add Cajun and Creole to the buttermilk because I want more of a spicier kick to my green tomatoes. So that's what we use, and a little bit of oregano. All right, so now that we're already prepped and we're ready to go, this is how it should look on your end. We have the green tomatoes ready, our mixing bowl with the batter, and our flour to the side. Okay, so you're gonna need some type of tongs or forks to dip your tomatoes inside the batter. So we're gonna dip these one by one. We're gonna flip it on each side to make sure it's coated very well. And then we're gonna dip it into our flour and then make sure it's coated evenly on each side. We're gonna rest that to the side and let it sit for a little bit, just so that way the coat actually soaks up. So I'm gonna do this to each individual tomatoes, and then we're gonna prep our oil and vegetable oil. And I have a deep fryer. You can use the pan, however you want. So as you can see, I'm just gonna continue the process and batter them all up before I actually dip them in the fryer. So now that my deep fryer is heated, I had turned on the deep fryer to about 350. It doesn't need to be too high. And then I place these into the deep fryer. In between frying my green tomatoes, I did flip them over. So they cooked for about 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes on each side. So we don't want to overcrowd the basket with too many tomatoes, because what will happen is the temperature in the fryer will actually drop, and then it will take longer to actually fry, and they won't be as crispy. So we want to avoid that. So this is the color that we're striving for with our green tomatoes. We're going to take these out one by one. They're nicely golden, nicely crispy, with a nice crunch, but still a tomato. So here's my finished crab cream sauce. It has thickened up and it's ready, nice and warm. So now we're able to top it on the green tomatoes. Listen. These green tomatoes were delicious. They were impeccable. They were marvelous, darling. They came out perfect. If you have never tried green tomatoes, I think you should try it, give it a chance, and let me know if you enjoy it just as much as I do. So here we're just going to add the cream sauce to our green tomatoes. If you don't want to do it that way to preserve the tomatoes' crispiness, you can use it as a dipping sauce instead, however you prefer. If you enjoyed this tutorial just as much as I have, let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on your post notification, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. If it ain't soulful, it ain't soul's way. Thank you for watching. I'll see you. Bye. Alright guys, I said I'll see you in the next video. You're still here. I know it looks great. Try it. Try it.